pwede mo nito po kumain mo sa mga bula FM number 2 na sir na honan din remanda kay Central Rental Support ka na so dito minichi me ba na koloko. Ni sabula.
Oya wa wati dalai.
Go nga mo si don.
Na makikirao mena tolu kina bitu. Ena via kabi moliti kina porombuka.
Goria na lali ne kabi. Bula FM number 2 na sir.
In this bulletin, Prime Minister Bainimarama announces a national Fiji flag competition. In this bulletin, Prime Minister Bainimarama announces a national Fiji flag competition. The family of the deceased paralegal David Reddy wants answers. And the Fiji High Commission in Port Moresby is calling on Fijians to be more vigilant. Good evening, I'm Jackie Spate, and this is FBC News. Prime Minister Bainimarama has announced details of the timetable for our new national flag, which will be hoisted on Independence Day. The national competition to design the flag will begin next Monday and end on May 1st. Edwin Nunn reports.
The Prime Minister says a national committee of citizens drawn from various walks of life will begin sifting through the entries to make a final selection. The chair of the flag committee will be Fiji's Olympic gold medalist and Assistant Minister for Sports, Ilyasan Delana. Other members will be named in the coming weeks. Bainimarama adds he has written to the leader of the opposition asking for the names of 2 nominees to be included on the committee. Fijians will be given an opportunity to make their comments through a special website and through text messages, emails, social media and the post. The committee will carefully consider the feedback it receives from the public and make a final selection for consideration by Cabinet. This will then be submitted to Parliament when it sits in July. In order to encourage youth to take part, there are some provisions to reward schools that submit designs. The Prime Minister has stressed that all submissions will be considered equally. The person or persons whose designs are chosen as winners will get to hoist the flag on Independence Day on October 10th. A plaque will also be erected with their names displayed in government buildings as a permanent reminder of this important moment in our nation's history. Edwin Nunn, FBC News.
The family of deceased paralegal David Reddy wants answers. Having buried their younger son on Wednesday, they are now beseeching police to find out what led to his death. Maggie Boyle tells us more.
A father struggling to come to terms with the loss of his youngest son. David Reddy's family visibly distraught and looking for answers.
If we can be told, we'll be very satisfied. Very satisfied. Whatever other information can be given. And his belongings to be given back to us as soon as possible. We need his laptop for his few of the case, few of the things.
David was in the prime of his life. The 25-year-old was scheduled to graduate with a law degree this year, with a wedding earmarked for next. His last living moments now under investigation. For David's family, finally laying his body to rest offered some closure after he was discovered in a watery grave in the Waindelide River in Tailevu on Monday. Unable to continue on, family friend Sharon Khan reiterating the Reddy family's pleas to allow them to mourn their son in peace.
We don't have peace because we still need answers. We're still looking for answers wherever we go. We've been asked if what happened to David because he was quite a well-known boy around this place, around Nandi, and then we don't have answers.
An autopsy was unable to ascertain the cause of death. Forensics from the scene and the retrieval of the vehicle are still being analysed by police. Chief of Intelligence and Investigations ACP Brown says they have yet to rule out foul play. Investigations continue. Maggie Boyle, FBC News.
The Fiji High Commission in Port Moresby is calling on Fijians to be more vigilant when travelling to PNG, especially if they're alone. This announcement comes after a 14-year-old Nandi girl was reported missing in PNG and then later found. She is now in the care of the Fiji High Commission. Ellen Stolz reports.
The student apparently travelled to Papua New Guinea with a businessman. The High Commissioner to PNG, Romanu Tikutikava, says the girl is safe and will be returned to Fiji.
Well, the latest update on that case about this 14-year-old girl, she's been accommodated at the house of one of our Fiji High Commission staff in Papua New Guinea, and currently they are making arrangements for the transfer from Port Moresby to Fiji.
Tikutikava says people need to inform the Papua New Guinea High Commission if they are travelling to PNG.
The Commission prefers is that for every Fiji citizen that comes across to Papua New Guinea, it's better for them to call in at the Fiji High Commission to report their visits. But apparently a lot of our people, they don't have the taste of doing so. They thought because they are there on their own, but they fail to realize that when something happens to them, it is a responsibility of the Fiji High Commission, which is the representative of government in Papua New Guinea, to look after their welfare and their well-being.
He added that the Commission can only do so much to protect its citizens, but only if they abide by the law.
Whilst we are having this movement of people from Papua New Guinea to Fiji, Fiji to Papua New Guinea, first and foremost, as Fijians or as Papua New Guineans, we need to observe the law of these countries where we are in.
The High Commissioner was attending the inaugural senior officials meeting between Papua New Guinea and Fiji, held in Suva. Ellen Stolz, FBC News.
A 33-year-old man charged with the murder of an Australian tourist in Singatoka in November last year has pleaded not guilty. Lloyd Richard Senekal-Thava entered his plea after his charges were read for the second time in the Lautoka High Court. Senekal-Thava told the court he did not understand the charge and he had to be told in Itauke before making his plea. He is alleged to have murdered Tracy Ann O'Brien more after a drinking party. Senekal-Thava will reappear in court on March 16th. In another case, Aminio Turangava pleaded not guilty to the murder of Veniana Alavina at Koroipita in Lautoka in October last year. Turangava allegedly beat her to death following a domestic dispute. The case has been adjourned to March 5th. The Reserve Bank of Fiji has projected investment levels to be around 26% of the gross domestic product this year. Strong investment activity was recorded last year and it is expected to continue in 2015. Ritika Pratap reports.
The country has been experiencing a healthy investment climate. The evidence is the number of foreign and capital investments taking place in major towns and cities. The Reserve Bank of Fiji has noted that last month, new lending for investment more than doubled to $43.1 million. The Fiji Commerce and Employers Federation attests to this.
One of the ways you can see this happening on the ground is the amount of new buildings coming up. That's an indicator.
Nesbitt Hazelman says people are coming back to invest in Fiji and the employment sector needs to be prepared for the boom.
For the employers, what we need to do is to, or the education providers, is to ensure that we have enough trained, skilled people ready to take up jobs as they become available. So that's the challenge we have now.
Fiji National University is already offering vocational training to upskill the labour market. According to the RBF's job advertisement survey, the number of vacant jobs advertised rose by an annual 9.4% last month. This led to high recruitment intentions in the community, social and personal services, construction and the wholesale and retail trade and restaurant services. Ritika Pratap, FBC News.
Coming up after the break, lesser skilled dental practitioners and insufficient assets, challenges faced by the Fiji Dental Services.
My name is Luca. I live on the second floor.
Gold FM, only the classic hits. I hope you're having fun so far. You're listening to The Ride, and I'm Kara, taking you through your afternoon. Stay with me to listen to more awesome classics right here on The Ride. Mulubinaka, for awesome sounds in the afternoon. Wonderful, wonderful classics. Join me on The Ride every weekday right here on Gold FM, only the classic hits from 2 to 7.
Just don't ask me what it was. I think it's 'cause
Welcome back. This is FBC News. Transmission issues will not be a problem following the proposed separation of Fiji TV and Sky Pacific. Parent company Fijian Holdings Limited has made known its intention to split Sky Pacific from Fiji TV. FHL Chief Executive Nozab Farid says with the onset of digital transmission expected this year, Sky Pacific's transmission needs will be taken care of. Farid says there are a lot of weaknesses in Sky Pacific in terms of marketing their product and growing the business. Farid also says Sky Pacific will be able to do more as a company with its own management team rather than a division of Fiji TV. Lesser skilled dental practitioners and insufficient assets are the main challenges faced by the Fiji Dental Services. National Advisor Oral Health Dr. Joanne Lal says many experienced dental practitioners are spending less time in the public service before moving into private practice and then migrate. Savaira Tambor brings us the story.
The lack of experienced dental practitioners in the country has been attributed to unsatisfactory services being delivered to the public, and this has been further hampered by the lack of appropriate equipment.
In terms of human resources, because we have a very young workforce, a lot of them just enter, they work for a few years with the government, and then they either go into private practice or they go away overseas. So we are continuously getting new graduates that are coming in, and that is a challenge for us in terms of the skills that they have and the continuity of the services.
After a review by the Ministry of Health, the Fiji National University has been tasked with trying to solve the issue.
FNU is in line with what the ministry needs, since the ministry is the biggest employer of all the graduates. So FNU, in terms of the graduates that we need, they are on par now. They know what we require, and they're working towards making sure that the right number of students graduate.
FNU is now offering postgraduate training for dental practitioners in the hope that the capacity building will mean more tenure for public service and better oral health for all Fijians. Savaira Tambua, FBC News.
China's new ambassador to Fiji, Zhang Ping, has presented his credentials to the President Ratuepeli Nailatikau at Government House. The new envoy officially comes from a foreign service background, having worked at China's Ministry of Foreign Affairs for most of his career. Zhang has served in China's missions to countries such as Vietnam, United States and Australia. Prior to his appointment to Fiji, he was the vice president of the Chinese People's Institute of Foreign Affairs. Zhang is posted to Fiji for a 3-year term. Sonaisali Island Resort's new owners, Vision Group, are carrying out major renovation work before reopening the resort in a few months. The Nadi Resort will also be rebranded, aligning it to the global Hilton chain. Christopher Chand reports.
This week, Vision Group launched the rebranding of Hilton Fiji Beach Resort. The company also bought 2 other hotels last year.
Recently, we acquired our 4th foreign company. In August 2014, the Vision Group acquired Sonaisali Island Resort in Nadi and Tandrai Resort on Mana Island.
Sonaisali Island Resort has been operating for the last 20 years. It has been closed down for renovations over the last 5 months, with plans to have it open by April.
We are further investing in the Sonaisali Resort to completely upgrade and refurbish this resort. The resort too will be rebranded as a Doubletree Resort by Hilton Fiji, and we anticipate reopening this in the second quarter of this year.
Vision Group is a local consortium of 4 businesses which has expanded its empire over the last 9 years.
Very much aware of its corporate social responsibilities to our people in Fiji. In line with this, Vision has successfully registered a charitable trust. It will be called the Vision Group Charitable Foundation. At this stage, Coach Fiji Limited, a Vision Group company, is committed to contribute to the foundation $100,000 per annum.
A launch for Sonei Sali is being planned. The resort will open under new ownership as well as a new look. Christopher Chand, FBC News.
Sports is up next. Here's Jamie with the latest.
Thank you, Jackie, and good evening. Coming up in sports, under-19s create history for Cricket Fiji, and Suva Football Association disappointed with second place ranking for OFC Champions League. Details after the break.
If you just joined us on the System After Dark, this is a homegrown number courtesy of E3 and Cracker.
Bulla, how's it going? I'm D, your host on the System After Dark, right here on Today FM. Today's hit music. You can catch me weeknights at 7 p.m. That's from Monday to Friday, only on the home of Today's hit music. And don't forget, that's D with you every weeknight on the System After Dark.
Cricket Fiji's under-19 side has become Fiji's first team to qualify for Cricket World Cup. This as the side ended the ICC East Asia Pacific Trophy tournament unbeaten with a win over Samoa by 9 wickets in its third and final match. Fiji will now play alongside Australia, India, Bangladesh, New Zealand and other top cricket nations at the 2016 World Cup. Indra Singh has more.
It's history in the making for Fiji cricket, as Fiji's under-19 side will for the first time ever play in a World Cup, a first for the sport in the country.
Oh, it's just been crazy. Just playing amazing how they've played, the boys. They've done such a fantastic job. We had a lot of obstacles to get here, anywhere from getting our visas late to nearly missing planes and having a change, and we were meant to have more warm-up games and all that, but you know, we just got here and the boys got on with it, and it's just been a fantastic performance from them.
The mentor has been in the country for only 8 months, but he realised that Fijians had potential immediately upon being appointed.
I came here for an opportunity just to improve the cricket standard, and also just try and take cricket to, you know, I just had a gut feeling Cricket Fiji, they just wanted to take their cricket to the next level, and I just came here looking to do that.
The opportunity to play in a World Cup means the Fijian youngsters will be playing against players from other nations who are sure to be stars of the future. In the 2008 Under-19 World Cup, India had the likes of Virat Kohli, while Team Saudi played for New Zealand.
And I think also, you know, the opportunity to go to Bangladesh and just be exposed to all these different cricketers and test their skills. We've got, you know, 10 months now to prepare for it. And that's going to be really crucial, those 10 months, you know, exposing the boys to, you know, facing more spin bowling and getting used to what they're going to come across.
In a year of history, the Fijian Under-19 side has joined the list of history makers. First it was the Under-20 football side, now it's time for cricket to enjoy the historical achievement. Indra Singh, FBC Sports.
The Toka Toka Westfield Dragons are out to retain its title at the Matinta Sevens, which got underway today. The Saunaka-based team started the playoffs on a high after thrashing Nalotu 43-0 in the opening match. They also defeated Western Wardens 28-5. Team coach Apeli Langiloa says his players showed promising potential.
The players' performance are all in par. They struggled through the first half, but they cruised to a very convincing win, which sets them the platform for the rest of the day.
The Toka Toka Westfield Dragons have also confirmed their participation at the Fiji Betamara Sevens to be held next week. 14-year-old Manueli Raungeunge from Lautoka has just won himself the opportunity of a lifetime. Manueli, who has been selected by DHL to deliver the match ball for the opening game of the 2015 Rugby World Cup between Fiji and host England. Right there with the details.
Congratulations, Manu. You have won the DHL match ball delivery competition. Manu, you will deliver the match ball at the England West Fiji game at Twickenham at 18 September 2015.
Emotions speak more than words, and this was the scene when Manuele Raunge found out he is going to England for the Rugby World Cup. The youngster says he was just trying his luck to be part of the event and never thought he would be the winner.
I bought the newspaper one day and I saw the entry coupon, and then I just wanted to try my luck to have a trip to England.
The soft-spoken teenager's passion for rugby inspired him to enter the competition, and his excitement over winning is growing as the opening of the Rugby World Cup nears.
I feel excited and looking forward for the open delivery match ball at England this year.
His mother, overwhelmed with her son's achievement, is also looking forward to the trip.
Just like my son, I'm excited as well and looking forward to the trip.
Organisers DHL believe Manueli will be representing himself and his country when he runs onto the field before the Fiji versus England match.
He's been fantastic. He is a great ambassador for DHL, but also Fiji. He's going to represent Fiji by delivering the match ball at the Rugby World Cup on the 18th of September at the opening game. So, yeah, I just think from DHL's point of view, we're extremely proud to give this opportunity to a child here in Fiji. Yeah, and it's just fantastic.
The prize package includes the opening ceremony, match tickets, a unique DHL ball delivery kit, $500 prize money, his flights and accommodation. A short video of Manueli will be played at Twickenham in front of 80,000 fans before he runs onto the field with the official match ball. More than 600 million people are expected to watch the Rugby World Cup on television around the globe. It's a dream come true for any kid, and on September 18th, Manueli Raunge will enter sports history before the eyes of the world. Rohit Deo, FBC Sports.
Wow, congratulations to you, Manueli. The Suva Football Association continues to express its disappointment towards Fiji Football Association after being given a second place ranking from Fiji for the 2015 OFC Champions League. Suva, who won last year's league title, has been seeded the second team from Fiji, while Ba, who were runners-up, have been ranked number 1. Officials say they have not been given a concrete explanation as to why this has happened.
We have spent such a big amount of money. As you know, winning National League is not easy task. To win the National League from day one, we have to be on our toes, which we get the teams, organize the teams, and financially we got the teams done. So I think is that the reason we want justice to be prevailed, and we do not want to victimize another team. Next year, maybe this year, we again run the league, and maybe another question come for any team. I am speaking on any team that also matter. It's clearly indicates as the winner of the National League to be nominated number 1.
Meanwhile, Fiji FA CEO Bob Kumar says he will comment after discussions with his president Rajesh Patel, who is currently out of the country. Tilakaratne Dilshan and Kumar Sangakkara scored hundreds as Sri Lanka beat Bangladesh by 92 runs in their World Cup cricket clash in Melbourne. And you can watch the highlights of the Afghanistan and Scotland match, followed by the Sri Lanka versus Bangladesh match right here on FBC TV tonight, starting at 11. That was your sports for this evening. It's back to the lovely Jackie with business.
The South Pacific Stock Exchange has extended its search for a new chief executive to March. Board Chair Dr. Nurbano Ali confirms a new job advertisement goes out tomorrow seeking applications. She says the current applicants do not have to reapply, and the extension will give the SPSE board a wider pool of candidates. Dr. Ali says there is enough time to recruit before the current CEO Janita Prasad leaves in April. Rain and thunderstorms affected most parts of the country today. Temperatures again hit the 30s with a high of 32 experienced in Suva and Mombasa. The low of 30 was recorded in the jet-set town of Nandi. Tomorrow more of the same according to the forecasters, so take cover from the rain and thunderstorms predicted. Further outlook, showers over the interior and eastern parts of the larger islands, east to northeast 15 to 20 knots, moderate to rough seas. Recapping our main stories again, the national flag competition will begin on Monday and run until May the 1st. The family of Nandi paralegal David Reddy wants answers to the circumstances surrounding his death in Thailevu earlier this week, and China's new ambassador to Fiji, Zhang Ping, has presented his credentials to the President Ratu Pelina Latikawa Government House. To our poll segment this week, we're asking, are you satisfied with the level of debate in Parliament? Visit our FBC website to take part. Remember, you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email citizenseyes@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via Facebook page FBC News. And if you're on Twitter, following Twitter News Tips at FBC News or simply hashtag FBC News. That's the bulletin for today. Join us again tomorrow. I'll be back again on Monday. Till then, have a safe weekend. Good evening.
Ya bina boleh menonton watching main emosi menggunakan bola FM 62 na seri ng honan din remanda kay Central Rental sa pagka ng resulta ko dito minichi me ba na koloko. Ni sa bola.
Oya wa ti son dalai.
Go nga emosi don.
Na makikirao mena tolu kena bitu. Ena via kadi moliti kena porombuka.
Goria na lali ne kami. Bola FM number 2 na seri.